Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to talk about what is the best headgear for a bug out scenario. Something that you, something multifunctional that would be the best for your bug out bag. But before we do that, if you're interested in detective stories, this is the first part of an 11-part series that I wrote called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch. If you interested, the description, it will be down in the description, the link. So, headgear. Yeah, that's actually a very an often overlooked part of the bug out bag. If you have a bug out bag, that's something that you are going to take in a flash of a moment when there is danger for an evacuation. But sometimes the weather conditions are not that ideal. Perhaps you need to evacuate during winter time, or perhaps during there is a weird weather phenomenon where it's actually very cold in a time where it's normally very warm. So something that could be used in different kind of scenarios because you cannot know the weather when you're about to bug out. So I've been doing some trials with my bug out bag about what is the one piece of headgear that I would keep in my bug out bag in case of a bug out scenario. But so first of all, the humble cap. Yeah, the humble cap is better than nothing, but it does not keep. It keeps very little bit warm. It protects you a little bit from rain and sun, but for the most part, it's more useful if you're in an urban or city environment. Why? If you're going on a bug out, you want to be a gray mouse. You want to be a gray man. You do not want to wear military headgear because other people will know. Oh, he's probably he's looks like a survivor. Perhaps he got some good shit that we can rob. So that's something that you need to take into account. So just a humble cap can get you very far away and will make you not suspicious towards other people. That and of course you got how do you say it is the shemagh. The shemagh, I made a video about this. There are over 55 different uses for a shemagh, but as a headgear, there are a few things that you can do. We all know the typical one, the how do you say this Counter Strike terrorist kind of headgear. I know it's not that called, but that's what most people associate with. So this could be handy during snowstorms if you're going to sleep on a cold place during a bug out scenario. That will keep your whole head warm and will protect most of your. Will only leave your eyes open, so that could be ideal if you do not want to be recognized for some reason. If you want to be stealthy, but it's not stealthy if you're going to into the crowd, so this will give a lot of attention, sometimes negative attentions. So that's a way that those are the plus and the disadvantages of it. But what you also can do is when it's very warm, you can take the shemagh and put it on you like that, and you take your cap, and that way you got more shade over your body, your neck, the back of your head, the side of your head, and your eyes are out of the sun. So yeah, I know it's not looking like the best because I just put it on like that, but it's just like those hats from the French legionnaires who have a cap and with flaps on the back to protect them from sunburn. So if you make this wet, it will also keep your head cool. It will be a little bit against your skin. So if you sweat, the sweat will stay a little bit into the fabric, will keep your skin warm, and you will lose less water that way. So yeah, that is also so another thing you can do with the shemagh. And of course how do you say this? I don't know the technical name, but like the commando style kind of headgear will keep your will keep your sweat on your forehead, on your head, and will make you lose less water. It will protect a little bit against sunburn, but with the cap it's kind of better, or with full gear. But yeah, that's everyone on his own choice. But this is what you can do. So the next thing which we'll take, this is a cap that I got into Scotland. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's I was actually surprised by this thing because it's not only a good look, like it's how do you say this? What is the name of that series? The Peaky Blinders, yes, cap. But if you, it's kind of the fabric and the space between it gives an isolating layer that will keep your head very warm. I was actually in Scotland in many cold places, and yeah, this kept my head decently warm, to be honest. So I was surprised by that. And you got also a little bit cap in case of it's raining or when there is a little bit sun. You can just put a little bit down, and your head will keep warm. But another a problem with this could be it could be get a little bit too warm. So if you're going to wear this during summer, it could get really hot on your head. But yeah, it can take up your sweat. But yeah, those are the things you need to wait on. So yeah, I would say just say it's flat, flexible enough. It keeps your head warm. It's a low profile because yeah, you can wear this on the street and nobody will bat an eye that much, especially not in England or Scotland or Ireland or something. So yeah, this is actually a very good thing to put in your bug out bag if you are into this stuff. So yeah, that's the next thing. So the next thing we got the Ushanka. That is, we all know it, the Russian hat. So there are several things you can do with this. You can just wear it like this, and if you make it loose, it will just be like this, and it's actually very warm. If you're going to take one of these, if you got a chance, I know it will be more expensive, but if you can get a fur one with real fur, this will be one of the warmest things you can put on your head. So you can just connect the flaps beneath it. So if you're going to walk on a bug out route or something, yeah, the wind will this extra layer will protect your forehead against the cold wind. The sides will also be protected. The neck, it fits around my neck, so it does not blow into my the color of the vest that I would wear. So yeah, it does not get in the way. So it's actually a good to head. But if you wear something like a scarf or you have something around you, like from a backpack or something, that could be a little bit problematic. So there are several solutions for this. You can take this, connect it on the back, and that way you have more. You can put a scarf around this, or you can how do you say this? Have more warm ears. And there's only one thing I forgot. Where is it? Here it is. This particular model has a certain feature. So this is actually a face mask for Corona, but it has buttons on it, and it is lined in with some isolation material. So I can put this around this. I can connect it to this, and that way it will protect my face. Wait. Yep. That's the reason why. The last button. If you connect this beneath it. Now that is very warm and will protect you even during snowstorms and keep your head very, very warm during a bug out. So even if you're going to sleep, it's because of the soft flaps on the side, you can lay your head down and it will be very comfortable and even very warm. I was really surprised by this. And you can just take it off like this if you want to breathe more, or you do not need that to be that warm, or if you just want to be a little bit crazy like this, a little bit Cossack style like this, and you have your ears free for hearing better, if you're doing conversations, or you need to listen very carefully if you're going to hunt or something. So yeah, this is very multifunctional, very comfortable, very warm, and very soft. So yeah, the Ushanka is something that I would definitely recommend if you're going to do a bug out during a very cold or winter situation. So this is actually one of my favorites that I put in my bug out bags, and that is the Balaclava. The Balaclava, if you're going to take one, please take one out of wool. Wool is one of the best materials, even if your head sweats or you get cold, wet from sweat, rain, snow. It will keep isolating your head. So yeah, like you can see, I can breathe. In contrary to the Ushanka, if you got something in front of your mouth, it will take all of your how do you say this? All the condensation from your breath. It will make it wet and it can make it cold. So this is free. So you breathe freely, and you do not have that problem that moisture will start to build up around here. You have the minimal eyes holes so you can see, but also have the most skin of your head being held warm. So yeah, and it is also good for being stealthy. or if you are going to into a night operation, or you want to be stealthy and you want to be less color of your skin visible without using some paint. So this is very stealthy. It's hard to detect someone who is wearing this in the night. So it's very warm. If you're going to sleep in a during a bug out bag with a sleeping bag or a woolen blanket, this will keep your head very, very nicely warm during the night without interfering with your breathing, or will start to collect moisture. Another thing you can do with this is just roll it up like this, and that way you just got a normal head like this, and yeah, you got everything free. It will be less suspicious for other people in without the full face mask, so you can walk into urban environments without people batting an eye. So that's a little bit more stealthy, and in case of emergency, you just got to roll it down, and you are very, very warm again. So, and to be honest, I've tried this out during some times when the sun was actually shining. So the thing about that is, because it's if you roll it up like this, it's a very thick flap around base around your how do you say this, a fat rim around your head, and that is a little bit protection against the sun like this. So yeah, it could be used as a very, very light cap that will keep the sun out of your eyes. So, in my opinion, if there is one thing I would put in my bug out bag, I would take this, the Balaclava, because it's so multifunctional. It can be used in so many scenarios. It's stealthy. You can be a gray man. It's very warm in any situation, and you will get less moist problems. So yeah, if I would take one thing into the bug out bag, is this. And just one more thing, because I see a lot of preppers walking around with this. Uh, this is a Boonie, so you know, the Captain Price kind of hat. I wore this during long bug out simulations during summer. But there is one thing that I always had a problem with this, and that is the back of the neck. Because when I wear my bug out bag, it comes a little bit high. So every time I turn my head to somewhere, it starts to scratch against my bug out bag, and it will gives this annoying sound and feeling. So I do not really like this kind of hat. I can use it in some scenarios, but it's not something that I would use. This would not be my first choice during a bug out scenario. So yeah, it's very light. It does not really protect. It get wet, but not really protecting it against rain, just direct rain. But it will get wet. It will get moisty, and it will get annoying. It's not really that warm. Like I said, it scratches against everything if you move with your head against. If you got some backpack on or something. If it's windy, it is always tending to start to blow. That's why you always need one of these cords that will keep on your head. But at the same time, it's a little bit annoying around the chin if you move and it's windy, and it starts to pull a little bit under your thing, so under your chin. So yeah, I do not really like this one, but it's for some people it can be very useful in very hot environments. Yeah, so this was if you got any other bug out headgear that you would put in your all time in your bug out bag, leave it in the comments. I'm always interested to learn new ideas or what other people use. uh, Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Cheers.